had a friend, Nick Rockefeller, okay, who was one of the Rockefeller family, and he, when I was running for governor in Nevada, he came to me, introduced himself to me through an attorney, and we became friends. We started talking about things, and I learned an awful lot from Mr. Rockefeller. And one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks. And they're all part of the Communist Manifesto. You know, central banking is one of the major planks of the Communist Manifesto. We talk about America being a capitalistic country, but yet at the same time we have a central bank that plans everything for us, right? And the graduated income tax is another plank of the Communist Manifesto, right? So right there you have two major planks of the Communist Manifesto that have been brought in because of the Federal Reserve System, okay? So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take it out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything.
you sell.
Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people, and you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intentions.
Eric, can you be specific about when you met Rockefeller?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another lesson, another video to the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, Kal Halayam, La Alahayanawa Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who be preaching and teaching the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedoms to do so now more than ever on the highways and the byways. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawats, which is the sisters. The name of this video is Sleazy Evil Agenda Part 2. The Internet of Things. Alright? Because as you all would know, as I said before, I am embarking on maybe a 3 to 4 part series, all right, that I'll be doing This is part 2 of that series. All right, episode 2 of that series of Sleazy Evil Agenda. All right. So, as you hear from the deceased Aaron Russo himself, you heard it from the horse's mouth, in what these elites, these banking elites, all right, these upper echelons, what they have, what is their intentions, all right? What is their intentions, what is their plans, and what they have for the world, all right? What they have coming to the world with their Great Reset, which is another name for their new world order, okay? This is the situation here that is at hand, as we always see, as we always bring out, as we always preach, as we always teach. All right? This is what is coming. All right? You see the antidote for this disease that they have. All right? They are using that as a precursor, a forerunner, a test trial, a test run. All right? To bring in, to really usher in this RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, because that is the elite's agenda, to chip every single man, woman, and child upon the face of the earth. All right? Just as the antidote, they're doing their best to antidote and using all sorts of lying propaganda, all right, through their media and what have you, and through their medical teams, all right, they're sorcerers, all right, they're witches and warlocks within their medical industry and pharmaceutical industry, all right, and deceiving the people into going and taking this antidote, which really and truly is in fact, the antidote is to coincide with the RFID microchips, where the nanomite technology is concerned, along with the G oxide. You all know what I'm speaking about. I cannot say the whole name because they would want to take down the video. All right? Which is to connect with the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Hence the reason why it is so adamant and everybody going and get antidoted. All right? Because it is a whole situation here where this Internet of Things, all right, is concerned. Yeah? Internet of Things, Internet of information, all right? Because these are the things that they're having right now coming down the pipeline, the Internet of Information, Internet of Bodies, Internet of Things, Internet of Value, and interoperability, all right, which goes into the fourth industrial revolution, all right, when they get all these things, all right, which goes into your social credit score. All right, so let's go to Revelation, the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I will start at verse 11. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, all right, and had two horns like a lamb, and spake like a dragon. A matter of fact, just bear with me. Let me go to the blue letter. I'm going to go to the blue letter here. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. All right. Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. And this is what we are seeing with your two-party system, all right, in which they're fooling you with, making you feel that you have the right to exercise the franchise, and you going to vote for who you want to go and vote for, which is a total lie. All right, they are just fooling you and giving you an with the option, but actually they both parties, ruling and opposition, they are all hand in hand, all in one. All right, being controlled by the elites. All right, but continuing, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, right? Which was what was that first beast that was before him? He's speaking about what? The ancient Roman Empire. Because what is going on here, all right? What is going on here is that these people, these Edomites, these so-called white people, starting from the elites, they are just following the same pattern as their forefathers. All right? But the thing is, they are ruling with an even much more greater iron fist, all right? And their policies and their legislations, and you know, they're coming on with more draconian laws now, so more than ever. All right? You know, the thing about it is that this beast, it is a lot more stronger than the first beast, because the first beast, they had only control of the known world at that time. All right, but this new beast, which deadly wound was healed. All right, they have the whole world in their hands. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Some just tell them, the spirit just tell them to go and see what it is they have here for the meaning of the word beast. Just bear with me here, this thing. All right. In the Greek,
Strong's G 2342. Therion.
all right. So we going into it. Beast. All right. All right. Good. An animal, a wild animal, wild beast, metaphor, a brutal, bestial man. Yeah, a brutal, bestial man, savage, ferocious. All right? Okay? Because this is what these people are. They are ferocious. They are savages. All right? They are brutal. Okay? Because this system that they are implementing, this system that they are coming with, all right, they are coming with brutal force. They will be coming down with brutal force to implement this system here and make sure that every single man, woman, and child fall into line. All right? This is the situation here. Let's go to, let me see if I have anything that I could work with in the etymology. No. All right? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, man. A hunting of wild beasts to destroy them, metaphorically, right? Metaphorically, of preparing destruction for men. All right? Because what this here is, this is a whole systematical infrastructure. When we speak about the beast in the scripture, it's not a literal beast as an animal, but as you see here, it is metaphorically speaking about a man who has savage-like behavior or traits, all right, who is all about destruction. All right? Hey, a scripture just come to my head, man, all right, for the destruction of men. That's why I'm glad I came to the blue letter, because you have to understand too, a beast, a beast, what a beast does, a beast devours. All right? They have an animal-like trait, you know. You watch a beast, you watch an animal, you know, when they go out there to hunt, what they do, they pounce with viciousness, all right? And they devour. Yeah, they devour their prey. All right, so with this system, This system is all about devouring the prey. And who is the prey? The masses, the people, especially you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Caribs, Arawaks, and what have you. All right? Right? When I go to, I'm going to come out of this. And I will go to a scripture. Just bear with me. I think it's 1 Thessalonians. Oh no, 2 Thessalonians 2. I think. Yes. Right? Right? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, it reads, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, that man of sin being revealed right now, which is who? Esau, Edom. All right, so when you go into the word perdition, because remember the word beast, it goes into destruction and what have you. So when you go to the word perdition, come on, man. Let me see if I come here a little bit closer. All right, when you go into the word perdition, let's see. All right, perdition.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia.
All right, apoleia. All right. All right, apoleia. Sedition, destroying, utter destructions of vessels. All right, a perishing destruction. All right, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. We don't know. They're going off a bit there with that. All right. All right, to destroy, I'm going to the etymology, to destroy, to put away, entirely, abolish, to put an end to, ruin, render useless. All right, to declare that one must be put to death, because this is what they are all about. They are all about death. All right, they are about death. Their aspirations and everything. You know what they put upon the people is as death and as hell. Right, to prove it. Let's go to Habakkuk. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2, and I think it's 5. Alright. I will start at verse 4. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeneth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, which is what? The New World Order. These is the clues that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has put in the scriptures, all right, so that the prophets in these last days could be able to decipher who really and truly is the wicked according to scripture, all right, and who is that man, that man of sin that is to be revealed, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? And then people would want to get angry with us because we condemning the so-called white man. But the scripture says to condemn him. So anybody who comes to tell us otherwise, you are just an antichrist, number one. All right? Number two, you are for the system that the so-called white man is setting up. All right? And number three, most of all, you are a hypocrite. And you are a hypocrite by the way of saying you're for the Most High, but yet still you are against the Most High, because us, the prophets, speaking against the so-called white man. All right? But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue with the topic that is at hand. All right? So going back now to Revelation. Revelation 13, all right, Revelation 13, all right, and I'll read from verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused it, the earth, and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, all right, and this is what is taking place, because a lot of the people, all right, a lot of the people, they all wander after the beast, they all marvel after the beast, all right? And they succumb to the beast. They worship the beast. All right? All right? Alright, they worship the beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Because hey, when we had taken them down, they came back again through the Renaissance after the 1,000-year prophecy. Alright? And they came back with much vigor and with much enthusiasm and what have you. Okay? And with a even greater iron fist to gather the world within their hands, the whole world within their hands, and have the people looking up to them, worshiping them, and worshiping all their policies and their fake miracles and all these things. Alright, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. Alright, an image which is his system. Alright, that image goes into the whole structure with the false religion, right, which goes to the Revelation 16. Let me see how quick I can get that. Come on. Revelation 16, and I think it's 12. No, not 12. 13. Revelation 16:13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs came out of the mouth of the dragon. All right, which was the dragon represents this Roman Empire, this new and revised Roman Empire. All right, and out of the mouth of the beast. All right, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So that dragon, those three unclean spirits like frog, which came out of the mouth of the dragon, all right, which goes into America and their military might, all right, their military might, which they hammer down on the whole world along with NATO, all right, the beast, all right, the beast goes into the governmental structure, of the system, of this whole system, all right, which controls everything along with your monetary system, all right, which goes into the monetary system that goes into England, all right, the financial system, all right, and the false prophet, right, it goes to what this is speaking about the Vatican, all right, the Roman Catholic Church, the false prophet, all right, because all religion stem from the Roman Catholic Church, all right. These are the 3 unclean spirits, for they are spirits of devils working miracles, false miracles, all right, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty power. All right, so that miracle, we will see one of those miracles. Watch this here now. This is part of the miracles.
20th century, wireless technology integrated with the human body was nothing more than science fiction. But today, Wi-Fi connected devices like heart rate monitors and sleep trackers have become common parts of American life. How has bionic technology evolved so quickly from science fiction to reality? And what could this Internet of Bodies mean for our lives moving forward? Rand researchers are studying this phenomenon and what consumers and policymakers need to know as we veer into uncharted territory.
The Internet of Bodies, or IOB, is actually an ecosystem. It's a bunch of devices that are connected to the Internet that contain software and that either collect personal health data about you or can alter the body's function. We think of the Internet of Bodies as this collection of all these devices as well as all the data that the devices are gathering about you. And in healthcare, Internet of Bodies has been around for quite a while. With the advent of the internet, it makes a lot of sense to connect your pacemaker to the internet so that your doctor can be automatically notified if something weird happens, if there's an anomaly. It's natural in a lot of ways to want to understand more about your body, how it functions, how well it's doing.
IOB devices could revolutionize healthcare. Unprecedented amounts of personal health data could inform treatment plans that are completely tailored to a patient's needs.
There are pills now that have an electronic sensor that let a healthcare provider know whether you have taken the medication. Other things like precision medicine. So precision medicine is the idea of creating pharmaceuticals or treatment like specifically for your body, for your personalized treatment. And I think IOB could really help with that, because nowadays a lot of healthcare is based more on, average reactions, whereas with data from IOB devices, you might be able to really more precisely treat a certain disease.
But the Internet of Bodies won't be a cure-all. In fact, the largely unregulated market poses risks to the uniquely sensitive data these devices collect.
First of all, there's the cyber risk of an actor potentially hacking into the system, whatever it might be. There's the privacy risk of all this data that's being collected, and the regulations about that data are really murky at the moment. And so there's not a lot of clarity into who owns the data, what happens to it, who it gets sold to, how it's being used. And there's even potentially national security and global security risks.
A few examples of these risks have already played out in real life. For instance, in 2018, highly sensitive information about U.S. military activity and base locations was inadvertently revealed by soldiers' fitness trackers. So this is a pivotal moment. What can we do to make sure we reap the potential benefits of the Internet of Bodies without risking our privacy, security, and personal autonomy?
Consumers should be wary of IOB devices, because as it's becoming more and more popular, all of this intimate data is being collected, arguably more intimate data than we've ever really recorded before. There's no clarity on what is being done with that data. With an old mechanical pacemaker, there's no data that was being collected and stored, and you could look at a history of someone's heart rhythms. Because policy tends to lag behind innovative technologies like this, it's probably up to the consumers and to the healthcare patients to really be aware of the devices that they're using and what is happening to their data, and to know what the regulations are in their particular state, because it does vary so much state by state. Even if you think you're not interesting or that nothing will happen with your data, there are a lot of unknowns that I think we need to be careful about.
All right, so that is just one example of their miracles, their false miracles. All right, in which they deceive the people with. Yeah, you see there they have a tablet. A tablet, like a chip, all right, to put in where you will take, where you have to take, all right, and that will alert your medical practitioner, your doctor, all right, to let them know, well, all right, you have taken your poison and what have you, all right, but hey. Right, that goes into the what? Into the internet of bodies. All right, because the first thing really is the internet of information. All right, and to deal with that internet of information, all right, is where you have the 5G. All right, because these things, in order for all these things to work hand in hand in that system, that beast system that they're setting up. All right. You need that 5G. You need that 5G network in order for things to be done speedily and efficiently. All right, because the 5G, it deals with what? It deals with speed, all right, to transfer information. All right? Where, all right, if you take the medication and all these things, or your heart rate being monitored, your everyday walk, and all these things, it needs the 5G network in order to keep up with such a large database. of information. All right? That is the whole thing. Oh boy. Hey, this is why I love this truth, boy. This is why I could never leave this truth, boy. I had to die for this truth, boy. Because the truth too real, it too plain. That's like Elder Raquire come say, you know, the beast is a physical thing where you could touch. And this truth also is a physical thing. Not that's only spiritual, but a physical thing where you could touch and see, because you're actually seeing the manifestation of the beast right in front of your eyes. Yeah. So, Revelation 13:14, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had a deadly wound but did live. Right? And did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, because the whole world, the whole earth is in their hands. That the image of the beast should both speak. Right? Which is the system. All right, speaking with the draconian laws and all these measures, these legislations, these policies, all these things that they are implementing. All right? Through the military might and all these things. All right? Good? And cause as what many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right? And he calls it all. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand or in their forehead. All right? He calls it all, which is what? Something that is going to be mandated. All right? Both rich and poor. All right? Free and bond to receive that mark. All right? So when you go into that word mark, we always goes into it. When you go into that word mark, all right? Just ignore the wicked, disrespectful music at the back there. Alright. Go into the word mark.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Alright. Karagma. When I go into the word karagma. Alright. Karagma. Alright. Is stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand, as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, all right? Thing carved, sculptured, graven work of idolatrous images, all right? So, yeah, so just the same way how a horse is being branded to show its ownership, all right? Who it belonged to. This mark is the same thing, all right? Which is the RFID microchip, all right? Which when you take that, you will be showing, it will be proven who's your owner, which is what? The elites. All right? So we're going more into it, all right, to sharpen, all right, which is this word here is karax. When I go more deeper into it, all right, it's karax. All right? Karax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
All right? Karax. All right, a pale or stake. All right, a palisade or rampart. All right, pales between with which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. All right, but on top here, a pale or stake or palisade, which is what that stake, that pale, that stake is the device what they're using to stab into you in your hand. All right, in order to get that chip into you. All right. So when they say a mark in your hand or in your forehead, then you have the same internet of body of things, where, for instance, the Neuralink. Even this with this woman I was talking about, you actually seen they had little chips. All right, for like to go in pacemakers and what have you, but also that going into your brain. All right, along with the Neuralink and what have you. All right. Whoa, it don't get more plainer than that, man. All right, so let's go a little more deeper. All right, when I go into it a little more deeper with that.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho.
All right, grapho, to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet. Where is that tablet? That chip. parchment, paper, or other material to write with reference to the contents of writing. All right? All right? To commit writings, to write down, record. All right? To record. Because, hey, that graph code goes into what? The serial number in the chip and what have you. All right? And what is it is going to be recorded? All the information of what you do, where you go, how you eat, how you sleep, you know, every single aspect of your life. If you how much you're breathing for the day, how much breath you take for the day, you know, how much time you had sex for the week or for the day or for the month or for the year or whatever. All these things is being recorded in these people database. You heard Aaron Russell spoke about it in the first video clip that I put. All right, this is it. This is it here. All right, so let's come back out. All right, all right. So he caused it all, which means he mandated. These people mandated this. These people is going to, all right, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the name, that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. Which goes into what? The internet of value. All right? Where you could neither buy nor sell, you could neither do no commerce. Hence the reason why you hear Prince Charles along with Klaus Schwab and all these elites speaking about this thing, boy. Oh gosh. Speaking about the private sector, you know, these supply chains and whatnot, these conglomerates, all right, merging with the governments and merging also along with the elites, all right, because all these things coming under the fourth industrial revolution, all right. Because everybody has their part, these upper echelons has their part to play in order to make this thing come to life. This new world order come to life. And the businesses, these are the ones that has the mechanisms, all right, which is what the buying and the selling, in which these technological advancements could be implemented. All right, your grocery stores, your retail stores, all right, your car dealership, all these things, yeah, your pharmacies, all these things have to come. All these people coming under one banner. Go read about it in I don't have the time to read that, but go read about it from Proverbs 1 and 8, go down to 19, to verse 19. Proverbs 1, verse 8 to verse 19. You know where they're all coming together to gather that one purse. Yeah? To gather that one purse. All right? So, this is it here. These people here. Let's go to Daniel. This beast here is a dreadful beast. Yeah, a dreadful beast. Yeah, let's go to Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 7. This is the book of Daniel 7 and 7. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth to devour. As I said earlier on, it had great iron teeth, which is the military might and the policies and all these things. All right, to devour. It devoured and break in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. All right, and it had 10 horns. All right, and it had 10 horns, which goes into the European Union. All right. When you go to second Esdras, I go now to go back now to this here. When you go to second Esdras, Oh, shucks. Right, 2nd Esdras 11 and 40. It reads, all right, watch this. Same thing here. And the fourth came, the 2nd Esdras 11 and I will start from verse 39. 2nd Esdras 11 and 39. It reads, art not thou it the remainest, art now it that remainest of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them. All right? That the end of their times might come through them. Verse 40, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwell he upon the earth with deceit. Because this is these people's strength, deceitfulness and secrecy. All right? Secrecy, because all this what they've been doing these things behind behind closed doors. Yeah? When I go to Micah, Micah 2 and 1, yeah, where it reads what? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, right? Which is the we others always say the wrong tables, you know, the Bilderberger meetings, the G20 summit, the G7 summit. Look, Rowley and all these world leaders that just hold a big meeting, a big summit meeting, climate change business. All right, with the UN, right? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light, which means when the time is right. Because when you listen to Prince Charles, his contribution, his statement that he made, when you listen to the subliminal messages within it, right? Yes, you're seeing the deceitfulness and the evilness, all right, that is coming out of this man's mouth and coming out of their mind, right? And it says what? When the morning is light, which means when the time is right, because when you listen to Prince Charles, he ready to go. Because when they ready, check it out, the infrastructure that these people have, it done there, the infrastructure is already there. It's just to press the button. And what Prince Charles is telling them is that the morning is light. Let's put it into practice. Let's do it. We had enough test runs. We had enough trial runs. Now is the time to do it. And this is what there is. Bet your bottom dollar within the next couple of months, right? Every single man, jack up on the face of the earth, their lives is going to change very much drastically. These people is not making joke. Because why? It is in the power of their hand. It is in the power of their hand to bring forth the whole Internet of Things. You know, that's why they had a smart, they done coming up with a smart city. You notice everything coming smart now, smartphone, smart watch, smart this, smart that, smart refrigerator, smart cars. All right? Where you think Rowley want to put Wi-Fi, talking about free Wi-Fi throughout the whole country? He been putting that in his both manifestos in election, in the so-called election 2015 and 2020. It's because once you have that chip in you, you are connected to the Internet of Things, and they will be able to have total control over you. Yeah, they will be able to have full control over you. All right? It didn't take rocket science. All right? And these people, they didn't care. These people, they didn't care. He could care. We could care what he do. He so want to bring in this thing, because this thing is going to cause a lot of deaths. And he is willing. These people are willing, they're willing to kill down to their own people and all, just to make sure that they get where they need to reach. All right, to depopulate the earth, and whoever so remain, they are going to be serfs, which are slaves. All right. That's why when you go to Sirach 14, Sirach 14 and 5, it reads what? He that is evil to himself, yeah? He that is even to him evil to himself, to whom will he do? To whom will he be good? Right? If he willing to kill out his own people, just to meet that mark, right? You Jakes really think they would spare you? Man, come on, man. Right? He shall not take pleasure in his goods, which means what? You know, though he gather it and what have you, you know, Yaba Shimi Ashai is going to get the victory at the end. Right? And all that he gather, it is not going to be for his pleasure. Alright? It is not going to be for his pleasure. And a lot of new people is falling for this thing here. Alright? A lot of new people is falling for this thing here. Sirach 19 and 25, it reads, there is an exquisite subtlety. Let's see. Yeah? There is an exquisite subtlety, and the same is unjust. And there is one that turneth aside to make judgment appear, and there is a wise man that justifieth in judgment. Going on, there is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit, casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not. Where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware. All right? And a lot of these people, they really and truly, they're not aware of what is coming for them. With this whole beast system that this man is bringing forth. They are not aware. And if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet he findeth opportunity. Yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. All right. So if you people feel that by you making an uproar for these mandates with the antidote and you're leaving a job in mass numbers and mass protesting and this and that, if you feel that it's going to stop them from bringing forth their agenda, you sadly mistaken. Right? Right? Verse 29. And a man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. Right? And these people, they're showing you what they are. But a lot of new Jakes especially, you all ain't seeing it. But sad be your portion. Sad be your portion. It is as simple as that. Go into Sirach 13. Sirach 13 and 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. And this goes to you, Rowley. This goes to you, Rowley. You having fellowship with these people. All right. Burden not thyself above thy power, while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. Yeah, Rowley? Right? And Golding and what have you. The Prime Minister of Jamaica. Right? And the Prime Minister St. Vincent and Antigua and St. Kitts and Nevis. You guys, hey, Yabashimi Asha is going to fuck you all up. Watch and you go see something. Yeah? For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. Yeah? Yeah? The rich man had done wrong, and yet he threatened it with all. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. Right? The poor is wronged. Is wronged. Right? What you doing is a wrong thing. And he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, yeah, and not only to you so-called Caribbean leaders and so-called South American leaders, you know, the Northern Kingdom leaders and what have you, but also the low-level Jakes. Right? Right? If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. if he have need. And what it is that what it is that Rowley has? Rowley has his people. His people. And that is what Esau wants. Esau wants the nation of Israel to be forever servants, to be forever slaves, subjected unto Esau Edom. All right? And you, Rowley, is giving up your people for peanuts. All right? So it says, all right, verse 6, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fear and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats. Yeah, he will shame you by all these goodies, you know, all these benefits that he have to give you, even you low level. All right, because when you all go and take that RFID microchip and whatnot, all right, because when the whole system crash and whatnot, a lot of you all is going to be begging to take that microchip, and when you can't get to eat and feed your children and this and that, a lot of you all is going to beg to take this thing. But hey, what Yahweh Shai say? He will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or three times, all right? And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy I forgot to pronounce this word. In thy jollity, yeah. If thou be united of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much the more will he invite thee. All right? So much the more will he invite thee. Press not thou upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. For with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and put thee in prison. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. Yeah, this is the so-called white man for you. Right? This is the so-called white man for you. All right? Last two scriptures. Let me see. Let me see this here. Let me see this here. All right? This is Proverbs 11 and 16. Let me see something here. All right? Proverbs 11:16. Error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest. Yeah? You get your new world order. And now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahweh's power, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord, and the sudden to make a poor man rich. Last scripture. I'll go into Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 28 and verse 8. It reads, He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. So all that you storing up and all that you putting forth and bringing forth and all your riches and everything, you is going to lose. You is going to lose. And I would leave with this.
You got 30% of the vote. You were having an effect. You made mad as hell. They knew that you'd started the Constitution Party. Yeah. They knew that you were somebody who was taking action and getting things done. You'd already made some big films, had a lot of other successes.
Right.
So they were trying to recruit you. And didn't it come down to the point of, hey, we are here to recruit you, and don't worry, your chip's going to say, don't mess with us. You know, this guy's don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. I was definitely being recruited, but it's more subtle than that.
Well, in your words, just go through the process, and then what he said.
Well, what it is remember we were friends, and we used to come to my house a lot. We'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments, how you get involved in, you know, or they would help me with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? You know, I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And, you know, just stuff, you know, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. You know, as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways, we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people. You know, and
he would come back with, oh, I do? Or?
Well, it would be more like, you know...
It's better for them.
Well, it's more like, you know, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring, you know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, you know. It was just like cold, you know. And I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
And that is the agenda of the elites. That is the agenda of the elites. Hope this was edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa. Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai Baal Shem Rakaha Kwatash. Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever on the highways and the byways. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites who look like the other nations but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwats. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration signing out and saying shalom and death to Esau.